Hello guys, Susanna here. Well, welcome to the first tutorial of my seasons quilt. Find the joy in each season. So this is the summer square. So each square is about, well, square, rectangle to be honest. 8, or the finishing size will be 8 because I'm leaving a little bit extra. 8 by 10, I think. So I want to leave a little bit extra around the sides. I'm going to I'll see how I go, whether I just do the one video for each of the seasons and then another one where I stitch the saying, find joy in every season. There's going to be 4, so that's going to be or in Australia it'll be summer, autumn, winter and spring. And I thought I'd start with the summer one. Yeah, so I'll proceed to do it. I'm just going to pause in between and I'll just see how I go and how long it takes, and give you a bit of an idea. It's a bit of a rough idea about what we can do. I'm going to write the word summer in between. I'm going to do, look at little stamens that I've got. Everyone's got one of these in the kit. A little pack of 6, so I'll put them in there. Yeah, and I've hand dyed these. This is something that I got from this. Everyone will get one of these, so I thought I wanted it. You'll probably get it in a square. I'll show you. All the bits and pieces everywhere. Ugh. Going to make the kits. Oh my goodness, I've just lost something. Here we go. So they'll come in a square like this. It's the easiest way for me to cut them. They're just so beautiful. I got these and they were already dyed in this beautiful colour. And I wanted to do summer a little bit different. Normally you'd go the beachy theme and all that kind of stuff, but I want to keep I want to do with the warm colours. I've just got a little bit of what do you call this, cheesecloth or gauze or whatever. It's going to go behind there. I originally had a little flower, but then I saw these and I thought I'm going to hand dye these, so it did it in the orange and that's going to go flower. So that, to make them round, so I just love that. So you'll get a piece like that and then just proceed to cut it, just cut it round like that. It doesn't really matter if there's bits hanging off, that's the whole point. This is like a vintage bit of doily that's been dyed. It's fairly big, that one. So get rid of your rubbish. You can probably keep these if you want, but I'm just going to get rid of it because you can only got so much. So we got everything that you see here you will get in the kit. The only thing that you don't get in the kit is all the threads. So because I just don't have enough, I'm just using what I've got. So this piece here, you've got your little, it comes like this, little pack, little 3 and I've leaves, so I just cut around them. So I'll put them aside, and then you'll get a piece like this. So what you need to do is just cut that along there like that, just showing you what you need to do with your bits and pieces, because this will be the tutorial after all. I just love this little quilt. I mean, if you really want to, that's why I've made it rectangle. You could probably turn it into a book. And then what you need to do with that, just give it a quick iron. And then cut it. I've just cut it straight because I've got quite a bit of this lace, but I don't like that bit on it, if you know what I mean, because you get a little bit more lace when you do this, so you get a fair bit. And then how I'm going to cut it is, I like the way it's like that, so we're going to cut around like that on the end, and then tuck that underneath. And you do the same on there, but that gets covered anyway, so that's what we're going to do with that. Now you get these bits. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to fix me fingernail, because if I don't, it'll catch on to everything. Now I've got this, which I've cut, and it'll be roughly like your bit that you get will be a rough piece. So I'm still in the process at this point, so I'm pre-recording. So your bit will be a bit like that. So you need to trim off all your little bits and pieces. Okay, and that's that. Okay, and then these bits and pieces we're going to be couching down, so just keep them. And that's from this beautiful, I just went to a craft show and I got this. I'm not a stitcher, but I got this and I thought it's so pretty. So all different colour threads in there, and I thought it was going to be that thickness, but it's actually it's got 2 strands on there, so I pull them apart. So well, there you go. That's what you get when you're not a sewer. I mean a knitter. But I love using the threads. Okay, so now when you do this, try and pull it as tight as you possibly can. You know how to make the yo-yos. So when you get the bit, you cut it in half and then maybe stretch it out, and I have done it. See how it sort of goes that way? I have cut it and I'm pulling it out that way. So like that. Cut that in half like that. So now I had exactly enough for 25, and then had extra bits. So the bits that you'll be getting are like this, but like always I am going to be using the other bits, the dodgy bits, for myself. Oh, don't worry, something just fell down, so so I had to stitch it together. So what I'm going to do with just a little bit of, find the right way. Okay. Now I can sort of come in a little bit. This is just okay. Try and find it. If I really want to be pedantic, we can get the ruler out. So where's the middle? 11. So 10's there, so about 5.5. So that would be the middle, and 4.5 there. So there's the middle. Maybe go over like that. So just want to hold it down. Okay. Can I get this piece? There we go. So we know where we're going. Okay, it does seem like it's you know, wider there, but it's because you've got this bit. So what we're going to do with this part, I'm moving everything off there, put these away, and I'm going to, this is probably the only bit that you need to glue down. If you want to glue it down, you could probably pin it. So I want to get do feather stitch, and I was thinking I might as well just go all the way around it. I mean, even though you're not going to see it, that will hold that down, and then you've got other bits and pieces which we're doing which will hold that down as well. So I think I'm going to use this. So it's a variegated, probably should have pre-done this. Yep. Not the biggest hole. I think I'm probably going to use this one. Get the thread out of that. Okay. Ugh. Okay. Sorry guys. Just that's better. Ugh, she says that she doesn't get it in. I think it's because I'm filming that it won't go in. There we go. So what I'm going to do is just do grab my piece and then do a feather stitch. Okay, now you're probably going to have that piece and then that piece. I'll try and use the middle as a guide, so we'll just start here. Okay. Then you go over. Just, is it underneath or just a little bit over? There we go. See, I always try and use the book as a guide when I first start. And then you go over the other way. Basically, if you use this as a there as a spot, I might see if I can pick up that bit of it. There we go. That way it's going to pick it up. In. I seem to muck up, ow, with feather stitch. Okay, now don't want this video going forever and a day, so I may pause it and keep going around until I've done it all. So, oop. Now this is just a variegated pearl thread, number 8, I think. So there you go, that's just holding it down at this point. So move that over so it doesn't, I might pin it anyway. I'll pause it, I'll be back. Okay, back again. I'll lift it up to show you. I just stitched here and then I just did a running stitch because you won't see that part stitched there. Did a running stitch because it's got the leaves, and then the running stitch to there because you won't see it here either. So that's at least holding it down. I did it there. I probably need to do something here. I'll see when I get down there how it will look. Gave it a bit of an iron, but hopefully you can see that quite well. So that's just the first part. So there you go. You don't need to do just the bits that you're going to see. Okay, now I've got this here. I'm just wondering if I want to make it a little smaller. I think I might, because it is a tad a big circle. So I don't want it to overpower, so you just make it how big you want. Oh, my Google's going off, I don't know why. Does that sometimes. Okay, probably because I say the word okay and then it wonders what you want. There we go. Now I'm going to put that there. Yeah, that's a little better. And I've got this that I want to put here, so I might, where's this? Just have a little bit of glue here just to hold that down. This is just to add a little bit of texture. You probably can't see it where you are, but you can see it. Now I would like this to come in, sort of round it a little bit. So I might glue that too. Okay. Now this is going to be representing like a sun. So there we go. The texture. Actually, it's hard to know which way is which. Right in the middle. I'll just glue that way. There we go. Actually, I'll do that around the side. Go. Leaves. Now, that's how come I need to know. It's going to go that way, and then that will go that way. So I do need to give this a bit of a stitch, so I'll have to do that before I put it down. This way. Definitely. Okay. So I probably will have to do another part because this is going to take a fair bit to do this part down here. So I think I'm happy with how that is. Then what we're going to do, I might pin this down so it doesn't move anywhere. Same with this guy. Okay, now I've got this. I'll just grab some of this. No, this one. Got some DNC thread. I didn't have the right colour. I had this one, but it was not dark enough. So what you do is just going to stitch around. Got threads everywhere. Just stitch around this guy here. I think the easiest way is to just do, actually, see if I can pin it there. I might just do a bit of a running stitch in and around here, just enough to pick it up. You're not going to see a lot of it. It's enough to hold it down at this point. Now I'm trying to, this is sort of going to be in the pink and orange tones, and even though this is sort of peachy, and it's not normally colours that I go for. I don't mind peach, just not a real fan of orange, but it does go nice with the sun. That's just sun colours. Okay, done that one. Come over for here. Actually, so pretty basic, just tacking it down, and I think because it's got those little lines, it's going to hold it down. Because we'll be stitching over it with the leaf. Probably more the outside that you may need to do a little bit more stitching on, these bits here. Okay, once again, okay, take that off. Just grab a stitch, up, down, just see a little bit on that side of where you're at. Okay. Now I might pause it and then continue to go around there. I'll be back. Okay, back again. Just stitched it down on, leave a little bit of it sort of undone, just stitched around in the circle. Now I've got this one here, which I'm using this sort of yellowy goldy colour. I was umming and ahhing whether I go with that or not. Just look, I think that would probably be really nice. Give it a bit of texture. Got a bit of both, so I might do that. Yep. So this is using the wool. Okay. And then, so another thing too, all the backgrounds of these things really do need to be zigzagged around, because they're great fabrics, but they fray. And by the time you stitch them all together, you know, and it's been quilted down, it's not a problem. But while you're stitching, you don't want it to be fraying all over the place. Okay, so just get some wool. Even if you just get, you know, like you can just get your grandma's wool, it doesn't really matter, like as in like a normal piece of wool. I just like this because it's a little bit textured. So what I'm going to do here is I want to, let's start here, and I'm going to go up and down, just to give this a little bit of texture. I may come back and do a longer thread. We'll just see how we go. Like, I think it looks good like that, because it's thickness. Definitely going to hold it down. Okay, go down there, come back out, take that off. Okay, now I'm going to come back up through here. See, I might come up through there. Okay. Quite like that. Now I am going to go over that, and then I'm going to come up through here, there, and go through the back, I think. Yep. And go through these on the top. Now you don't have to do this with wool. I just wanted a little bit more texture. And as you can see, it's pretty quick. Okay. Okay, go back there, and then I'm going to go here, and I might catch that, gather it up a bit, and catch that in there. Because I really want to hold this part down. There we go. And because it is wool, it's a bit thicker to get through sometimes. Oop. That's a much bigger piece than what I needed, but oh well. Better too big than not enough. Okay. Basically, we're just going to be tacking this down. So we'll go bottom. Actually, now I can probably go across, go underneath there, and then I am going to go through this part here, one more small bit, and we're going to have a button there, so that's going to hold that down as well. So I might even I may have to do the button in a different colour thread, because if I have the orange going across it would look a little weird. So there we go. Yep, so you've got to be careful. There we go. So that's been held down. Still going, 29 minutes. Okay, well what I'll do is I'll show you. I'll leave that just on there. Finish that off. And I'll show you how you do the one of the leaves. And then I'll pause it. Okay. Someone's going to stick the button on, and I may stick that on with some of this thread. I think it would look nice. When I do buttons, I do tend to I like to give them a little bit of glue. Now I picked this one. You guys are going to get a different one because I didn't have enough of them. A lot of the kits will vary just slightly, but I picked this one because this was from my mother's stash, so it's sort of got, yours are a little bit more the peachy colour, which will probably match the sun a bit better. Oh my goodness, this drives me nuts, this stuff. Trying to save a bit of time and it ain't happening. Okay. So what I was thinking, going through there. Yep. Would help if I through that way, and then underneath. This is not going to go anywhere. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. I might just leave them a little bit longer for now. Maybe put it in a bow. I'm not sure. I'll just leave that in there. Okay. Okay, now what we're going to do is get the glue. It's the right way? Yep, that is the right way. And just glue it. Okay. That's going to go there. And then that will go there. Love how they look. So pretty. Each of the pieces have got that beautiful Baltic, which I really love. Right. Have it going like that. Okay, because I want to stitch down here. So I may even put some little bits and pieces in there too. There you go. Okay, it's down anyway. Now, what I'll do with these, I'm going to pin them so they don't go anywhere. And then I'm going to get this pink thread here. That's hot pink. And then go around the top, around the actual thing, and I'm just going to do like a little, either a running stitch or a stab stitch or whatever you call it, just to hold it down. That's why I left a little bit of the pink on the outside so that you wouldn't see the stitches. Okay. Now this, what I'm doing with this one, I'll do this same technique with all of them, but I'll turn it off at this point. And then we can do the yo-yos and all that in the next video, I think. There is a fair bit to do, but it's worth it. Rome wasn't built in a day, as they say. So, and I'm also going to use this thread, and you follow the lines. I'm going to do a stem stitch along there, from there to there. So, and then just probably do a straight stitches just to highlight it along there. So use the thing as an actual guide of where you want it to go. Okay. I'll pause it for a second and I'll come back when I'm ready to do the other stitches. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back again. I've just stitched a little stab stitch all the way around. Now we're going to go on the top and we're going to do a stem stitch all the way down along that line. Some of it you can't really see. If you want to draw the line, that's okay. So gives a bit of thickness. Once again, see all these stitches is holding it all down. So okay, I'm going to sit down again. Doesn't really take too long to do stem stitch. So let's see if we can have it going through. A few layers to get through. You should be able to feel it with your finger underneath. So this method, what I do here, I'll be just do the same with the same colour on all of them, even though this has got a bit of a purpley tinge to it. The background fabric is in this pink colour. So now I'll just quickly work on the back stitch of this, and then I'll show you just to do a straight stitch. This is why it pays to have a long thread, because you're going to be doing a fair bit of stitching on the whole lot. Okay. Getting a bit thicker. Okay. And then down here. Now what we need to do is come up, finish there, and then we're just going to do a whole heap of straight stitches underneath just to highlight them, and we'll do it underneath rather than on top. And that, once again, it holds it all down. Now, okay, if you want to, if it's too long, you can always do a double, but I think it is okay just having a single straight, as long as you pull it fairly tightish. There we go. I'll come back up after I've gotten to the top. Extra stitches that's going to hold this little baby down. A little. I think there's a tiny little one here. We might as well do that. Okay. Over. I stitched it in. Don't know how I did it, but I did. Okay, underneath. There we go. Yeah, I'll come back. Doesn't seem to have caught here, so I might go back. Sticking up a little bit. Haven't stitched enough down, so I'm going to catch that. Might need to glue it. Okay, but whatever you don't catch, you know, these stitches that we're doing across is going to catch them down. Okay, you see what I've done? We've stitched around and then we've just gone underneath and stitched it. Okay guys, well, I'll be back in the next one. Got to get the word summer, and then we'll do the yo-yos and all that kind of stuff. So I'm quite happy with how it looks so far. Still got a bit to do, but looking good. Okay guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.